So, but I normally use the 0.125 on all the on the windows. This package here contains your elbows. So these 90 degrees are what how we're gonna fit it together, is to put this whole thing together. So the first thing we need to do, we're gonna get our measurements. You can see where that's dented, and also you can kind of see the white, almost looks like stitching. It's just getting old. And you can see how brittle, how easy that tears out of there without pulling the width out. Okay, after these pull apart, you can see, so all those do is slide in place. We're gonna stick all the used parts aside in case we need them. So on the first one, I am going to, you can make a mark with a marker if you want. I'm actually gonna just score it with a razor, and then I'm going to cut it. Okay. Now let's put on the elbows. Before we do that, take out this whip. Remember, you're going to have slack on these once you're done. And these are the whips that actually came with it. You can buy whip material by itself. My window. And there is the frame. Let's see. Okay, so what I did, you put the frame, there's already a cutout for the screen. I can kind of show you how that is. You can see how there's a little bit of play in there, and there's a groove for the screen. You can kind of see how there's an extra groove in there. So what you do is you have the screen outside of the frame, and you're going to push it in that extra groove, and those little tensioners will actually, you can see I just released it. And then on this side you pull just barely. So it needs to be in the groove. There we go. And you can see how that sits flush in there. Okay, so here is our frame. Now, I'm going to lay out the mesh across the top. I'm going to put the whip on this side, and I'm going to put the whip on this side. I'm going to keep it loose in the middle. If you pull it too tight and put the whip on, it's actually going to bow it in. So we want to make sure this is loose. And then after I do that side and this side, I'll run the whip on the top and on the bottom, and then we will put it in the window. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the razor and I'm going to trim right above where I just put the whipping. You can see that excess. You can see how that's pushed up. I'm going to push those down. I am going to trim all of that off. Okay. Okay, so now that we've done the screen, it's not bowing, we're going to put it back in the window. Be careful in doing this. Put it outside the window. Line up the grooves on the top and the bottom. And you're going to pull there it is. So if your screen lines up right, you can see how it doesn't pull in, and it's also still seals the whole window. And that is how you do the screen.